Well, joining us on the broadcast is GS Prashanth, the spokesperson of Karnataka BJP. Nagaraju Yadav from the Congress Party will be with us in just few minutes from now. Srikanth Narasimhan, who's the founder of Bengaluru Nava Nirmana Party, is also joining us on the show. And more importantly, viewers, it's a call out to all of you. Our phone lines are open 0120-640-3751. That's the number on your screen. Dial us, tell us what you think, and if you're one of the Bangaloreans who was stuck in that traffic, how exactly you think your city can be fixed. We'd be eager to hear from all of you. Mr. Prashanth, first a question to you. The collapse of urban infrastructure in the city of Bengaluru is not new, whether it's the potholes, whether it's other urban issues in the city. We have spoken about this issue multiple times. However, what was witnessed yesterday was unprecedented, quote unquote, even by the version of the traffic police authorities. In your understanding, what went wrong?
So, Anisha, firstly, we have to understand how precariously Bangalore is placed in terms of the traffic conditions. Because if you look at how Bangalore has grown in the last 20 years, the population of Bangalore in the year 2000 was about 60 lakhs. And now it's about 1.5 crores. And the number of vehicles in Bangalore in 2000 and 2010 and compared to now, it is increased by more than 1,000%. So the city has grown exponentially compared to any other city in the world, but we have not kept up pace with the public works and the public transportation. So, and the public transportation, once it is in place, and the last mile connectivity, lot of O's would come down because people would start taking the public transport. And here, in the present ruling dispensation, if you look at the last 25 years, Congress has been in power for more than 16 or 17 years in that. And in the initial phases of the IT boom, from the late 90s to the mid 2000s, Congress was in power. And even the revised master plan 2015 or such of those things which had to be implemented have not been implemented properly. So therefore, a lot of responsibility will lie on the governments which were there, including to a certain extent Bharatiya Janata Party. I am not shying away from that because we have been in power for about 8 years.
No, I'm glad you're saying
years.
that. Yeah.
But no. See, we have never not admitted facts. We are admitting facts, but we were in power for 8 years of the 25 years. Congress has been in power for about 16, 17 years. So therefore, and in the present, especially last 3-4 months, they knew what's happening. And the entire development has come to a standstill because the DCM of Karnataka is on record to say that no development activities will take place now because they are busy funding the guarantees.
Yes.
If that is the situation, it is difficult to implement brand Bangalore. On one hand, you want brand Bangalore, but you're not.
I think that's a fair point. I think that's a fair point you're making. I think that's a fair point you're making. Mr. Nagaraju Yadav, I'm not saying that the urban mayhem in our country is purely the problem of the Congress Party. I believe we have lost the connection with the Congress Party. We'll go back to them. Why don't I bring in Mr. Srikanth Narasimhan into the discussion? Mr. Narasimhan, when we get the Congress Party, because they are the ruling party in the state right now, we'll ask them the questions that deserve to be asked. What have they done so far? Where are the development funds? And when will the city dwellers, when will the IT capital of this country will really get its due? That's the most important thing. But do you think this issue requires something which is a political approach to the problem, a policy-driven approach? This bickering between the Congress and the BJP wouldn't really help. A quick point from you, then I'll take some callers as well.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on the show. So I would say it's very much a political issue. Policy is politics. Yeah. Policy cannot be diverse from politics because ultimately it's the political parties and the parties in power that frame policy.
Sure.
Mr. Prashanth just talked about two key issues, right? The quality of the public transport infrastructure as well as the quality of the drains in the city. And these are perennial problems that have been going on for many, many years. I'm glad that he acknowledged that even BJP has sort of failed to do anything on that front. More than first asking what the current Congress government done, I want to bring into focus two key issues here. One, around the same time, rain come in and the roads got flooded. Yesterday there was a small bout of rain.
Mr. Narasimhan, your audio is breaking. We'll just fix that audio. Let me quickly take two callers till then. Mr. M. Kumar from Bengaluru is with us on the broadcast. Mr. Kumar, tell us what you think. Were you stuck in that traffic?
Yes, I have made 5 years back, I have made an analysis of what the problems are in Bangalore because I have lived in other cities also. Though this is a common problem across India, in Bangalore there are some unique problems, unique nuisances about which nobody has bothered to examine, nobody even knows about it. The most important being it has the highest number of speed breakers in the world, not just in India. It can get into Guinness Book of World Records. Then
That's
it
not a good
has
record to have, yeah.
80 to 100 feet wide roads are all made one way. The basic principle of traffic clearance is to distribute traffic. Whereas in Bangalore, they accumulate traffic from various places.
Sir, I
one
congratulate you for making those very valid points, and I'll take them to our guest as well. I'm afraid we have some more guests and callers calling us. Mr. Murlidhar from Bengaluru is also with us on the broadcast. Murlidhar ji, go ahead. What is the point you want to make?
Yeah. The issue of the Bangalore traffic is ever-running. It is there for the last many, many decades. There is no proper planning and no political party takes any proper decision in solving this issue. Added to that, this Kaveri issue is there for the last 3-4 decades. And nobody is, especially parties from Karnataka, are not at all serious and they are playing games. And each party blames the other party about their failures. And the sufferers are only the Bangalore citizens. It is unfortunate that the other states, they have solved all their problems. But Karnataka has never solved this problem because of the shameless attitude of all the political parties, BJP, Congress, JDS, whoever it is. All are rogues.
Well, till the time the funds are spent in the right way and manner, we won't have the cities that we dream and aspire for. Mr. B.S. Khanna from Panchkula is calling us. Mr. Khanna, what is the point you want to make?
I just want to say what is happening today in Bangalore. What will happen when the general election will come?
All right, Mr. Khanna, thank you so much for calling us. Thank you, callers, for joining us on the broadcast. You can call us. Our lines are open right now. I believe I have to go back to Mr. Nagaraju Yadav as well from the Congress party because all these questions are directed to the ruling party right now. But Mr. Srikanth Narasimhan, you were interrupted. You were making a point. Please go ahead. Finish your point. Mr. Narasimhan, can you hear me? All right, we'll take more callers. Mr. Rajaram from Bengaluru is with us. Rajaram ji, tell us what you think.
Yeah, hi. So I wasn't there in the traffic yesterday, but I travel through that road almost thrice every week. While we speak about the traffic police and the parties responsible for the situation, a certain amount of responsibility needs to be attributed to the companies who are located on that road as well. They hardly promote any kind of usage of public transport within their organizations. There is no campaign, there is no email messages, there is no mass sessions that are conducted to encourage employees to use public transport. So I would all squarely put the onus on the companies as well who are located on that road. And if they start, I think things can slowly start transforming is what I would say.
That's a good suggestion to make. Thank you. Thank you for joining us on the broadcast. Sunil from Bengaluru is with us. Good evening, Sunil. Tell us what you think.
Yeah, I think the beyond politics and beyond each one can blame each other, but I've been in Bangalore since 1992 and I've seen the systematic deterioration. There's no proactive planning there's no concept of town planning or urban planning in Bangalore. Emerging areas, all that BBMP or the politics is interested in doing is building infrastructure out in terms of residential infrastructure or shopping complexes. While the roads are never given any importance to develop or even to widen up or even to plan the arterial road concept. I mean, that doesn't exist in Bangalore, unlike Hyderabad or unlike Delhi, etc. So that is the appalling situation of this place. And yeah, I know we grew very fast, but I'm sure planning could be a little better.
And isn't that the growth that this country aspires for, to be the $5 trillion economy? Thank you. Thank you, Sunil ji, for joining us on the broadcast. I want to go back to Mr. G.S. Prashanth. He is with us on the show. Mr. Prashanth, unfortunately, we are not able to get a version from the Congress party. Srikanth Narasimhan is also with us, but to Mr. Prashanth first. You made a very important point when you spoke about political responsibility. And there was the point coming from Mr. Narasimhan that policies cannot be without the politics of it. We have to see both of them together, and that's how they are implemented. Some callers have been making some very important and pertinent points. See the number of speed breakers in Bengaluru. It is perhaps the highest in the world. There is no Guinness Book of World Record for that. But the manner in which the city has been planned, it's not ready for the kind of growth it has seen. Mr. Prashanth.